Hello everyone, welcome back to our news channel. Today we have two fascinating stories to dive into. These stories affect students, teachers, and even rural communities in India. So stay tuned as we break them down. Let's start with our first story about changes in education that impact all of us. All right, now, this particular article is it is something very close to all of our hearts. Have you ever wondered what happens when exams stop being scary elimination tests? Right? Well, back in 2009, India introduced a revolutionary idea called no detention policy. Yes. So, what does that mean? Simply put, it was a rule that no student up to class 8 could be held back in the same grade or detained just because they failed an exam. राइट तो अगर कोई भी स्टूडेंट 8th क्लास का होगा और वो फेल हो जाएगा तो उसको डिटेन नहीं किया जाएगा राइट सो दिस पर्टिकुलर आइडिया वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन द ईयर 2009 राइट अब हुआ क्या the this policy came under the Right to Education Act, which was passed to ensure that every child has access to school. Okay, तो ये इंट्रोड्यूस किया था अंडर राइट टू एजुकेशन एक्ट 2009 और इस एक्ट इस पर्टिकुलर लॉ का बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था दैट एवरी चाइल्ड हैज एक्सेस टू स्कूल सो इट वाज मेंट टू मेक लर्निंग स्ट्रेस फ्री and reduce the dropout rates, especially for students who are from who are coming from economically weaker backgrounds or marginalized communities, because there's a high chance that after class 8 they will drop out from the school. So ये इसीलिए इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था नो डिटेंशन पॉलिसी. ऑल राइट, इतना समझ में आया. नाउ लेट्स रिवाइंड टू व्हाई दिस वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. सी इन द अर्ली 2000s dropout rates in the schools were shockingly high. Okay, dropout rates कितना था उस टाइम पे 42.5%, 42.5% from of children from classes 1 to 8 were leaving schools. Okay, 1 to 8 classes, 1 to 8 they were leaving schools, and the rates were even higher. uh, it is even worse for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes at 51.2% and 56.8% respectively. Isn't that worrying? The government believed that detaining students might discourage them further, and hence the non-detention policy was introduced. Now, fast forward to today, things are changing. From the next academic year, the government has decided to scrap this no detention policy. Yes, you heard that right. Students in classes 5th and 8th in government schools will now have to pass their exams to move forward. If they fail, they may be detained. But the question is, why this change now? See, the government argues that students are not learning enough. दैट स्टूडेंट्स क्या है वो अच्छे से वो कुछ याद नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, कुछ समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं, जो भी वो पढ़ रहे हैं वो उन्हें अच्छे से इतना उनको फायदा नहीं हो रहा है, राइट? क्योंकि अब एग्जाम नहीं है तो उनको एनी हाउ अगर अगर वो फेल भी नहीं उनको करेंगे तो एनी हाउ पास तो हो ही जाएंगे. तो कई बार ऐसा देखा गया कि बच्चे अच्छे से पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे हैं, राइट? नाउ why this change was introduced? See, एक रिपोर्ट आती है बाय असर. ओके, असर रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम प्रथम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये रिपोर्ट पब्लिश की जाती है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू असर रिपोर्ट of 2023, only 25% only 25% of students aged 14 to 18 can fluently read a class 2 level text. Imagine that, राइट? तो 14 टू 18 ईयर्स के जो स्टूडेंट है वो क्लास 2 लेवल का टेक्स्ट पढ़ सकते हैं फ्लुएंटली, एज अकॉर्डिंग टू रिपोर्ट. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस रिपोर्ट, असर की जो रिपोर्ट थी उसमें ये चीज मेंशन किया गया था. So the government believes that stricter rules might push everyone, for example students, teachers and parents, to focus more on learning. But wait, not everyone agrees with this move. Critics are worried that failing students might lead to more dropouts and undoing the progress we have made in the last decade. So the dropout rate has fallen to just 12.6% to now, according to UDISC. तो एक और रिपोर्ट है, तो उसमें ये बोला गया है कि ड्रॉप आउट रेट तो अभी 12.6% है, थैंक्स टू पॉलिसीज लाइक एनडीपी. एंड हेयर्स अनदर बिग क्वेश्चन, डू आवर स्कूल्स इवन हैव द रिसोर्सेज टू हेल्प दो स्टूडेंट्स हु आर फेलिंग, राइट? तो जो फेल हो रहे हैं, क्या उनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए रिसोर्सेज हैं भी कि नहीं? So the RTE Act had promised special care for each student, but with 8.4 lakh teaching vacancies across primary and elementary schools. So do teachers really have the time and energy to give this special attention? Schools are already overburdened, especially when we talk about the schools in rural areas. So what do you think? Should we focus on detaining students, or should we focus on improving the education system first? Right? That's a food for thought. Now, let's shift gears to another important story. This time about a government initiative that's transforming rural India. Students, if you live in a city, you might take things like property documents for granted. But did you know that in many villages, people don't even have proper proof of land ownership? Let's let's talk about how the Swamitwa scheme is changing that. Students, imagine living in a house or farming on a land, but you don't have any official proof that it belongs to you. And without this proof, getting a loan or even solving a dispute or even, you know, planning your future, it becomes very difficult. That's why Swamitwa scheme was launched in April 2020. Swamitwa scheme, right? It was launched in the year April 2020. Under this scheme, the government is creating property rights. Property cards. Government is creating property cards for rural household. क्या होगा कि record of rights will be provided to rural households, right? And these cards are like legal certificate that prove ownership of the land. And guess what? Prime Minister Narendra Modi is about to distribute 58 lakh property cards uh, to families across 12 states in India. Isn't that incredible? These property cards are part of the government's efforts to digitize property records in villages. So how does it work? ये कैसे काम करता है, इसे थोड़ा सा समझते हैं स्टूडेंट्स. जो प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड्स है, सबसे पहले उसको इशू करने के लिए कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होनी चाहिए, राइट? सो गवर्नमेंट इज यूजिंग ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी to map the entire village. These drones will fly over the land. It will take high quality images and create accurate digital maps. And these maps are then used to assign ownership right कि किसकी जमीन कितनी है, किस एरिया में है, ये सारा कुछ it will be done through drone technology. So far 92% of the targeted villages, about about 3.17 lakh, has already been mapped. But the benefits don't stop there. These property cards are helping rural families in so many ways. First of all, they'll be having official proof of their property, right? So families can now get loans to start businesses or even improve their homes. And many women are being listed as co-owners. So iski wajah se it will also give them a sort of financial independence. And अगर प्रॉपर मैप्स होंगे तो उससे क्या होगा, फाइट ओवर लैंड बाउंड्रीज आर विल बी रिड्यूस्ड बिकॉज नाउ देयर इज अ क्लियर प्रूफ ऑफ ओनरशिप. So doesn't this sound like a smart solution to a big problem, right? However, there are still challenges. For example, not all states have fully joined this scheme. जैसे बिहार, नागालैंड, वेस्ट बंगाल, मेघालय, उन्होंने अभी भी अडॉप्ट करना है. So what do you think could be the reason behind this delay? All right, students, so that's all for today. Let's recap what we learned. First, we explored the changes to the no detention policy and how it might affect students, teachers, and our education system. Then, we learned about the Swamitwa scheme and how it is empowering rural families and property rights. Now, it's your turn to think and share your views. Do you think scrapping the no detention policy will help students perform better? And how can we ensure that every village benefits from schemes like Swamitwa? So, you can think about it, and you can also share your views in the comments below. All right, until then, keep learning, keep asking questions, and remember to stay curious and stay informed.